say we have a problem, but every night I'm making new best friends, and the only problem is we like having a good time.
Hello. Good evening, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m., and you know what that means.
It's 8, 9, 8. Math. Yeah.
It's another episode of Between Two Beards. Pluggo, my friend. Feel like I just saw you.
Yeah.
How we doing, man?
Like
How
it was
are we tonight?
less than 24 hours ago.
It was exactly 24 hours ago because we went on at 8 o'clock.
But I saw
last
you
night.
up until like 10 o'clock, so it was less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
I saw you last, you beautiful man. How are you? I'm doing great.
I like
What
the
a
Paw
week.
Sox hat. I like the Paw
Thank you.
Sox
Did
hat.
that
Represent.
for you. Did
Represent. Boston Red Sox
baseball
AAA team.
season, like 2 weeks away. Can't freaking wait.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big night here tonight.
It is a big night here on Love Wrestling.
Like,
Why don't you
I'm
tell the people
psyched.
about the big night we have here on Love Wrestling?
Like, we're here. That's big enough.
Well, I
Good
mean,
night.
that's always big. We are the flagship. You know.
You know. If you don't know,
who
now
we
you
are.
know.
You know who we are.
You know who we are. And you know why we're here. No, tonight is like Love Pro Wrestling Choose Don't Want to Grow Up Eve / day before, whatever you want to call it. Happy Eve, Merry Eve, whatever. We got Quizplex tonight, which normally
Goes
it's
on
a
at 9.
9 o'clock. But guess what? 9:30 tonight. So you get us beautiful beards for 30 more minutes.
30 more
30 more minutes. I couldn't do the math.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
30 more minutes.
That's why I don't push buttons. But yeah, so Quizplex is coming up with our buddy Zach, aka Smarkmouth, aka Zark, Baby Zark.
And he has, I believe.
And he had laid down a challenge tonight.
He did lay down a challenge, and you're on a roll, so I'm going to let you go again. Why don't you tell the people the challenge that Zach has laid down? And it's on the socials. It's on the socials.
If you're
We've
not on our
retweeted it.
social, check it out. Our
We've
social
retweeted
handles are right there. Go look. If we can get 10 subs tonight between Two Beers and Quizplex, Zach will drop a special episode of Smark and Friends early.
Tonight.
I'm talking early, like tonight. Like you could just hang out at Love
right
Wrestling
after
tonight.
Quizplex. So tonight's double feature
Could
would
be
turn into a triple feature.
Triple. It's a triple threat.
Yeah, and who the hell doesn't like a triple feature?
I mean, I'll sit down and watch 3 shows back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So do that.
100%.
So hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let's get the ball rolling. It's a big night here. We got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of wrestling in the world. Last night was crazy. Monday night was crazy. It's WrestleMania season. I'm fired up today. JPJ's got a brand new setup. So if you're here and you haven't seen it yet, that's sexy, man. As Josh Robinson said.
Nice.
Oh, speaking of Josh Robinson.
He's back tonight.
He's back tonight. Like, it's insane. Let's go, baby.
I'm ready.
Sorry,
I'm ready.
I just took
Tonight's
that.
a good one. Tonight's going to be a good one. Hey, you know what? Rare for us. I want to start the night by talking about some WWE. That's what I want to do.
Does that still exist?
It does. It does. I want to start with Kevin Owens.
KO,
I love Kevin
baby.
Owens. I love Kevin Owens. His segment, the segment on Monday, where
It's amazing.
incredible, just incredible stuff. Raw starts. Crowd, they're in Chicago, so you know it's going to be a hot crowd, or at least, you know, Chicago's always, you know, just one of the great wrestling cities. And Stone Cold Steve Austin's music hits to start Raw. And that crowd, like me on my couch, because they didn't announce that he would be there. They didn't announce anything. How we doing, bud? Thanks for hopping in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. Pluggo. Did we lose Pluggo? Did we lose Pluggo? Is this a thing? Did it happen? Did you lose me? We lost Pluggo, huh? Alex, hop on in here, will you?
No.
Oh, he's alive. Pluggo, you alive? No, he's not.
No,
Pluggo's gone.
Oh, jeez.
I know, he's alive.
Hey,
You got it. You get.
We'll hold on. We'll wait a second. We'll pause and wait for you. Are you sure you're good? You got
Pluggo,
that?
are you alive, Pluggo?
Did you insert disc 2? Do you need to put your code back in?
Ryan, I think you did. I think you did get Pluggo too excited there. He got a little too jacked up to see you. That's how much we care about everybody. So give us a subscribe, give us a like. Hook it up. Uh-oh. Pluggo's got real life scenarios going on right now. Look at this. Get that person out of the damn room.
It's been a day. Am I here? I'm here.
You tell
We're
me.
Good.
Jesus.
We're good. Everything's
Sound
going
like we
crazy.
do this show every week for almost a year now or something like this. At this whoever that was.
Anyway,
Disrupting
it's because
shit.
I did too good. I did too good at the intro. Things had to crash.
God. I
But we're
apologize
good.
for that,
We're
people.
here.
I apologize for that. I want to talk about Kevin Owens. Jesus.
Let's
ruined
talk
my
about
intro.
Kevin Owens. All right, sorry.
For the love of God. Chicago, Monday night, Raw. Show starts, Stone Cold's music hits. I would never blame you first.
It's not the wife I Who's Mrs. Pluggo then?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is she saying
No.
it's not her fault?
She's saying that
wasn't
wasn't her. I think she's saying that wasn't her that just
or
walked in
is that a Mrs. Pluggo imposter?
there. It could be. I have no idea.
Do we show yourself, Mrs. Pluggo, on Twitch? I don't believe that you're Mrs. Pluggo. Anyway, Kevin Owens, let's talk about
Stone Cold's music hits. Everyone's losing their mind. Not announced. It's like, holy crap. If I'm in that audience, I'm thinking like, holy shit, I get to see Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, I'm losing my mind, right? Losing my mind. And then we get Kevin Owens walks out, terrible bald cap with the Austin 316 shirt.
Correction.
It was great.
Awesome.
I mean, it was great.
Awesome ball cap. I was going to say to this Mrs. Pluggo, say something that only we would know.
Well, there it was.
There it was. She's on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. If Mrs. Pluggo can go out of her way to get on Twitch and give us a follow and give us a like and all that, you guys can do the same thing. Amen.
It's true.
But yes, that segment, the first one, I was like, okay, maybe it's a ruse. We're there. He comes out looking like $1 million.
He's got both knee braces, jean shorts.
Beautiful.
It's tremendous. The crowd is
eating it up.
Yes, booing. They're pissed. Yep. They're like, damn. So not only does he do that, then first of all, he's using Stone Cold isms. He's saying he does a what thing. At what point he did he did that thing in the promo, which popped me on my couch. And then about halfway through the promo, Stone Cold's music hits again. And Owens plays it. He drops the mic, turns around immediately, like almost like what Shawn Michaels did when he was in Canada with Bret Hart. You know, if you remember that.
Yes,
segment.
That's when he had me. I thought the second one.
Yes.
I'm sitting there. I'm like,
Astrid, what's up?
I'm like, oh, it's gonna happen. I jump
really
up.
Gonna be him.
And then he was like, and I'm like, Kevin.
Yeah. Oh my God, he fooled that crowd twice.
Astrid that crowd twice.
House. It was incredible.
Oh, just so good.
I mean, Owens to me, he's been my favorite main roster wrestler for a few years now. It doesn't matter what they give him, and obviously, at this moment,
what's bigger than being in the ring with Stone Cold?
Yes, he's not going to have a match. Maybe I don't know if it will turn into one. I don't know, but he's not. Stone Cold is definitely talking. Like, I don't know if you heard his interview on the Rich Eisen show, or you've seen some of the interviews or clips of Austin. He's very much talking like it's going to be a match,
and he looks great.
Yes. But the verbiage coming out of his mouth is like he's I'm fighting.
Let's be honest. He's not cutting that video package of him in like the desert thing if he's not going to kick some ass and do a little bit of wrestling.
He's going to kick some ass, but
but you're not. But he never cut one of those before. You're not going through all that production value to not get a little in a ring and do some wrestling, some real wrestling. So I think it's going to happen. I'm excited for it because again. He's not jumping into any title picture. We're not going to believe he's going to beat Roman Reigns, right? Like, it's Kevin Owens. It's a great little spot. Kevin, like you said, knocks everything he does out of the park. I think he's the best at making chicken shit out of chicken salad, or
no matter what.
The vice versa of that, making chicken salad out of chicken shit. That'd be kind of gross. I made chicken salad for dinner. That's why I got that on my mind.
And what's going on, Dan? We saw you hop
Dan
in that chat. They were
what's
talking
good, my
about Kevin
friend?
Owens. I thought
again, if you hit that subscribe button today, we get to 10. Smark and Friends is dropping a special feature after Quizplex tonight at 9:30. Then after that, if we get to 10, get Smark and friends. So
You
let's
will.
make that happen. I want to
You
see
will.
it. And maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do a little dab of hot sauce if we can get to, if we can get to 5 by the end of our show. I'll do some hot sauce. I got
Wow.
tomorrow off.
Oh, Pluggo's got
So,
tomorrow off. Pluggo's
I'll
trying to
I
get
think
freaky.
I said I think
Pluggo's trying to get freaky tonight.
Look,
He's got the day off tomorrow.
Look, I left it right here.
Oh, Pluggo. Ashford says thanks, Pluggo. I didn't need to hear that. But no, I'm excited for Stone Cold Steve Austin. And next week is Mania week. We're gonna have a WrestleMania preview next week. We're gonna dive deeper into WrestleMania. I think WrestleMania will end up being better than it's looking. You know what I mean? Like, I think WrestleMania will be a pretty good show, right?
Am I not allowed to have fun anymore that Mrs.
No.
Pluggo's on Twitch and she knows what's going on now?
She's doing this to keep tabs. She's keeping tabs.
She's like, he's not actually.
He's not really going to do that, is he?
Is he? No, come on.
Yes, he will. He will. If it gets us money, his viewers, he will.
Yeah,
He will
I am a sucker for subs and views and money.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I do think WrestleMania will be a good couple nights. But Stone Cold Steve Austin being there is right huge. Now is the thing I'm looking forward to the most. It's because of Owens too, because I very much love Kevin Owens. So these two, and Owens was a huge Stone Cold fan. He told that story numerous times. Stone Cold's told it on the Rich Eisen show of when Owens was younger. He saw Austin in an airport and he went up to him and was like, "Hey, I'm a young professional wrestler. Like, do you have any advice?" Like, that has to be so cool for Owens to be like, "Holy crap! Like, I'm doing something at WrestleMania with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, that is insane."
And that's what we talked about last night in AEW, like how cool it is for Darby to get to wrestle with Sting and the Hardy
Boys. Like those were his 3 tag team partners last night. Were Sting and the Hardy Boys, and he must have been like, "I cannot fucking believe this."
I know we can be like, I know we can be cynical at times and kind of like hate the WWE product at moments, but like that's just really cool. Like, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's everybody's 1A or 1B if you talk to most people's Mount Rushmores, right? Like everybody has Stone Cold on at least the top 4, and he's in the ring with Kevin Owens, who absolutely we know loves him in real life, and he is playing this up perfect, and that moment is going to be awesome, and Kevin is going to sell the shit out of that stunner.
Yep.
It's going to be great. I don't care how they do it. It's just going to be great.
Oh, it's going to be so good. I'm just happy for Kevin Owens. I thought that segment was one of the better. Raw has been okay lately. I will say Raw has been okay lately, but Raw's tough to get through. The 3 hours is long. It's a long show. But that was one of the better segments I've seen on Raw in a while. Like, it was really, really good.
Can we all talk about the real reason we were watching Raw?
What, Cody? Hoping Cody would show up?
Thought Cody would show up.
I did want to talk about Rollins too, though, because I think.
But I will say, I was going to segue to that. I was going to say the Cody.
I'm looking forward to that very much too. Yes.
Definitely got the viewers' attention the last couple of weeks, and I think that they did. I think Raw wasn't bad. I don't think it was a bad.
No, I think Raw's been okay.
The Rollins stuff is really well done. Seth is playing that to a T. And I mean, they're leaning super heavy into this Cody thing, so it's got to happen.
Yep. I think for me, I think this is some of, if not like we're talking in an individual basis with Seth Rollins, I think this is some of his best work of his career. I think it's unbelievable what he's doing. He's definitely been,
Astrid, she's calling me out for my reason for watching Raw.
Yeah.
I usually watch on, no offense, I watch on Tuesdays on Hulu because it's an hour and a half on Hulu, and I don't like to stay up until 11 o'clock because my shoot job is an early riser. But the potential for Cody to show up gets me there. I want to be there in the moment to see that, because that's a huge deal if it happens.
It is. And you know that even I'm under the impression, I think most people are, that he's going to debut at WrestleMania. Like, it's going to happen at WrestleMania. I expect next week we'll do another week of this Rollins stuff, and then Rollins will come out on night 1 or night 2, whatever it is, and he'll cut a promo saying, like, how the hell do I not have a match? Like, I'm Seth frickin' Rollins. This is insane. And Cody will come out, and it will be like, holy shit, and then it'll be like, all right, well, here's the match. It's Cody and Rollins, and it's just going to be, and the match will be great, and yeah, it's going to be a moment. It's going to be one of those moments that we remember forever or for a long time.
I know it's not feasible. I know it's not doable, but I would love for it to like last until like the end of night 2 after the main event, and Rollins comes out and he's like, WrestleMania is not over until I get my moment, and then Cody comes out. But I know that's
well, you know, the biggest match of all time is going to close the show on Sunday with
right. You know. But I feel like that's how, like, because Seth Rollins is playing it so well that I love the idea of them still like not giving him anything, and he's just sitting there at like 12:30 Sunday night in Dallas going, no, I'm not leaving until you give me something to do.
Give me my damn match.
Give me my damn match. Cody's music hits. Everybody's like, woo! But then they're like, shit, it's 1:00 in the morning. Like, what the But I know that's not feasible. But again, I'm going to keep driving this point home because I want to see us hit those 10 subs. If you're already subbed here at Twitch, you can gift a sub to your friend. Let's give a little to the community. Let's get those 10 subs so we can watch some Smart and Friends later.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That would be. I'd be down. I'm down. I'm always down. I love Smart and Friends. I love Zach Sark, even though I get on his nerves at times. He yelled at me. He yelled at me this morning because of my baby.
I'm very aware.
But my baby shark video. He yelled. He yelled.
Did he? He yelled at you.
Yeah, because I put out the baby shark video this morning.
I saw that.
He goes, "What the hell, Pluggo?"
I mean, can you blame him? Let's be real. Can you blame him?
Pretty good.
Oh boy.
WrestleMania.
Anything else in WWE land you want to address, or do we want to save it for the Mania preview next week? Or I had to address Kevin Owens. He's just the man, and that I absolutely loved every second of that segment.
I'm gonna say this. When the lights are on the brightest, the cream of the crop in the WWE shines. Like, Reigns and Lesnar are knocking it out of the park right now. Owens, Rollins is knocking out. Becky Lynch's promo.
Oh, very good.
Really well done.
Yeah,
which Josh has some opinions on that later or whenever we want to roll that tape. But yeah, I'm just like everybody. I know the build can be kind of drag. Oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, but the stars are shining. They're doing their thing. It's Mania season. I don't understand anybody in the comments that is not excited for Mania and it doesn't plan on watching WrestleMania. Like, let us know why. I'm genuinely interested, but it's like it's the Super Bowl. We're almost to the Super Bowl of wrestling.
I mean, and that's what it is. Like, you know, WrestleMania is still the biggest event of the wrestling calendar every year. It is what it is. Even if you're soured on the product of WWE, most of us are probably going to be paying attention to WrestleMania because WrestleMania is WrestleMania. And I've had more of a focus. I've watched all the Raws, the last month or so, mainly since the Rumble for the most part, but like for the last month, SmackDowns, and it's been okay. Like, it hasn't been bad. Like you said, though, I like the Lesnar stuff. I understand. Here's the thing. WrestleMania itself, the matches on there, like if you look at the card, you're just like, oof, some of them are like, is Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin?
Yeah, that's not
like that's a SmackDown second segment of the show match, and I feel bad for Drew McIntyre. Like, that sucks. He deserves better than that, but it is what it is. But like, that's not a WrestleMania match to me. Like, Nakamura and Boogs, and I know you love Boogs. I like Boogs too, and I love like that's not them going for the tag title. That's not.
Well, I know where you're going with this. Let me ask you this. I know we've touched on it on this show a few times. I'm going to ask the chat as well. Would you rather try to get as many people on the WrestleMania card so they get a WrestleMania payday as possible, which is what they do?
No.
Or do you feel like it should be one night, eight matches, we'll say, or whatever it may be, and those are special? Like, these are, you made it. Like, it should be an honor to get there. And where are you at on that?
Well, my thing is, where am I at? Yeah, let us know where you're at on that. For me, I had no problem. If you wanted to get everybody on the card, you were doing the battle royals. Like, just do that shit. I got no problem with that. I just feel like, and again, it's 2 nights now, which I know some people feel differently. Our buddy Josh being one of them, he's not a 2-night Mania guy. I like the 2 nights. I think it allows you to have 2 main events, get two matches to get that shine, and it spreads the card. Like, I would much rather have 2 4-hour good nights of wrestling than WrestleMania 35. Becky Lynch is walking down to the ring at 12:21 a.m. For the main event. That's like crazy.
They need to tighten up the card then.
I agree.
There were some matches that night that didn't need to happen.
But I agree on Dan's comment. The matches itself, right? I'm excited about Stone Cold. I'm excited about Cody and the Rollins stuff. Edge and AJ Styles I'm excited for because that's a match that we've never seen, and it's 2 legends. It's going to be good. Becky and Bianca is going to be good. Roman and Brock I care about because I like those guys, and I want to see, I'm assuming Roman's winning and leaving with both those belts. That's my assumption.
Yeah.
But I care about that. And then I feel like the rest of it, and this is the problem because WWE doesn't give a shit about their mid-card at all.
Yeah.
The rest of it is just whatever.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Oh, no, I'm with you. And it becomes like I said, 6 to 8 matches, 1 card. You've earned it. You're the cream of the crop. This is the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, but we don't let the Cleveland Browns in the Super Bowl just to try to get more NFL teams in it. I know it's apples and apples.
Yeah. The main difference is, sadly, is that the boss is in charge of who gets what. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, I would prefer you to earn your right to get on WrestleMania, but I'm fully in charge of making sure that people want you on WrestleMania, and I don't give a fuck about more than 6 people. So tough shit.
I know.
Either you better hit it off to where you get my attention, which is rare, or you're going to be in a fucking 4-way you're going to be in a fucking 4-way for a tag title, or you're going to be one of the 9 schmucks. Paul. You're going to be one of the 9 schmucks running around for the 24/7 segment. Like, that's what the fuck you're getting.
And I like the 1 night. I'm a 1 night guy myself. I liked the 2-nighter when it was in the PC because I thought that would have been a tough 6-hour WrestleMania with no crowd. That'd have been real tough to sit through. But again, I have to be like, hey, Mrs. Pluggo, listen.
Yeah.
This whole 5-day stretch, you ain't gonna see me. I'm gonna be busy. Like, instead I could be like,
you got to make sacrifices for our friend Jeremy Lambert, as he says. You got to make sacrifices for this business. All right.
You tell her that
1 week a year. All right.
I got those,
week a year.
You know how hard it is to keep the little one from coming down here and crashing the show.
There's like weekend camps. There's stuff you can do. Send them off.
Honey, let's send them off.
Yeah, send them off.
WrestleMania is a 4-night extravagance.
For 4 days. That's all I'm asking. There's 365 of these bitches a year. I'm asking for 4 of them. All right. That's it.
I'm asking for every Thursday night, every Wednesday.
No, you're asking for 2 hours every Thursday night. You're not asking for the whole day.
You never know.
2 hours.
We might extend this thing and become like a 6-hour podcast.
Well, that's the goal. That's the goal. I want people to see so much of my face that they're sick of me. But I want
people to go to bed, listen to us talk, and then wake up in the morning and we're still talking.
I want to have baseball shows. I want to have football shows.
That's
want to have sports shows. I want to have shows where I'm playing video games. I play MLB
ASMR shows.
I play MLB The Show a lot. I was a nationally ranked person on MLB The Show before I got like a real important job. I'm like, I want to, But
the theme of the night is I don't want to grow up. That's what we're talking about. We don't want to grow up.
Yes.
Love pro wrestling too.
Yes. We got our friend Michael Ref in the chat. He says he prefers the 1 night mainly because it gives more time to the other promotions in town. You get this one. That's true. That's true. But you know what's cool? I've been to a couple WrestleManias since they've they make them these big things. Like, I love the afternoon shows. I love the afternoon shows Mania weekend. It's awesome. You wake up, you go. I went to the last time they were in Dallas 32. That WrestleMania sucked. But geez, take it.
Well, easy. I guess I'm available to watch WrestleMania 365 days out of the year.
Bet all to her. PG show.
Look what you're
PG
doing,
show.
WWE. You're tearing this family apart.
Sacrifices
The Pluggos.
for this business, Pluggo. Sacrifices.
The poor Pluggos are getting torn apart by my need to watch wrestling and my need to lay in bed with my wife. What do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do, JPJ? What do I do?
You know, I don't know. What's best? I don't know. Think about it.
Oh,
You gotta do what's best.
all right. Well, I guess wrestling.
We all gotta try our best. That's all. As long as we're all trying our best, that's where we succeed.
You ever seen those like memes where it's like, she said it was either me or video games. No video games for a year or I'm leaving. You told her just like that? I said, yeah, sorry, honey. It was time to call it. he's like talking to the video games.
Yeah.
You told her straight like that?
Just
I
like
said,
that?
yeah, girl, you gotta go.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
I wouldn't do that. Love you, honey.
Yeah. But anyway, what the hell were we talking about before we got off on something?
The 2-night WrestleMania.
Yeah. Mike the ref was saying, it's a long weekend. You know, there's
The afternoon shows. That's what you're talking about.
Oh my God, I love them. I saw the one in Dallas. I saw it was an afternoon. It was a Saturday afternoon. It was before NXT. It was like the bell went off at 12:05, and I was like, "This is incredible." And they were like, it's WrestleMania weekend, so everybody's in town. I think it was Zack Sabre Jr. fought on that. It was a bunch of people, and it was like 12 in the afternoon. I'm like, "This is incredible."
I know. I'm going to shout them out. Friends of the show, Alex Kane, Billy Starks. They wrestle a lot for those indie shows. Last year, Alex Kane had a really big weekend for around the collective and around all that kind of stuff that was going on. There was a lot of sub shows. IWTV had like live events on like all day. Billy Starks had a hell of it. I mean, it does put a lot of spotlight and a lot of eyes on indie talent and up and coming talent. And you do get more, I'll say like, more people in the same area means better chance for crossovers, people showing up here, people showing up there. It's a good thing for the business. I'm not knocking WrestleMania being this huge week event, wherever it's at. I just like to sit down one day, just go all out WrestleMania, one night, go crazy and get on with my day.
Speaking of the collective, you mentioned the collective. Holy moly. Have you seen some of the cards on some of the events? Oh.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of people that go to WrestleMania weekend and don't go to WrestleMania. 100%. And there's plenty to see.
I mean, WrestleMania is expensive too. Like
WrestleMania is expensive, but you go down there, you can see, like, if you go to the collective, like I'm looking at the collective right now. There's 4 events on Thursday, 4 events on Friday, 4 events on Saturday. So you could go down there and be like, all right, I'm not going to physically go to WrestleMania, but I bet you those 16 shows, if you went to all of them combined, are probably equal or maybe slightly less or slightly more than a WrestleMania ticket.
Oh, for sure.
Depending on where you're going. I'm sure you could probably find some deals mania getting close to Showtime maybe or something like that. But.
And I mean, but again, and I always preach to support the indie and the local wrestling because it's a more intimate setting. For $25, I can go to a Warrior Wrestling show and be 10 feet away from Brian Cage, but if I go to Mania for $25, I'm 600 feet away and I'm watching it on a big screen. Like, which again, I would love to go to a WrestleMania if it ever comes close and I'm able to go because I think everybody should experience that. But if you're a fan of wrestling, like it's a great weekend to just have some fun.
Oh my God, yeah. And like there's some of the cards on here. Like I'm looking right now at Bloodsport. God, we got.
Moxley was on last year's.
He's on this one too. So you have Chris Dickinson is fighting Minoru Suzuki.
Somebody's gonna die.
You got that. You have holy moly, dude. Masha Slamovich versus Janae Kai. So Masha's gonna be on that. Marina Shafir is fighting. Speedball Mike Bailey is fighting. We have John Hennigan. John Morrison is fighting Simon Gotch at Bloodsport. John Morrison will be cool to watch in that. We have Josh Barnett is facing Jonah. So he's facing
the former Bronson Reed.
Correct. We have John Moxley's going against Biff Busick, the former Oni Lorcan.
That's going to be
NXT.
Good.
That'll be a brutal match.
It's going to be a good one.
Then you have day one, the very next event on the show. You have Joey Janela's Spring Break Part 1. We have Mickey James against Allie Catch. That'll be fun. Blake Christian versus AR Fox. Joey Janela versus X-Pac. X-Pac.
X-Pac is wrestling.
That's awesome. We have a 3-way match for the tag titles. We have the Hate Club, which is Nick Gage and Matt Tremont, the champs, versus Mance Warner and Matthew Justice, and versus the Briscoes. We have a death match for, and then the main event is John Moxley versus AJ Gray for the GCW World Championship.
And I think AJ Gray gets the W.
I do too. I think Mox gives him the belt, or Gray
would
wins
be
it. But that's a
huge.
great AJ Gray. That's a huge match. Moxley, that's dope.
Yeah, it's a great weekend. I say if you have the funds and you have the means, go down there, enjoy some independent wrestling, live it up.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I'll be here hanging out.
Oh, will you?
Talking to you.
I know, it's true. All right, you want to talk about some AE-dub?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
Yeah. Where do we start?
All right.
The good or the bad?
I have some bad. There was some.
There was some bad last night. It was a good show overall, but it wasn't. There was some moments.
Yeah. I think we just start at the top of the show. We had that fantastic match between CM Punk and Dax Harwood. Harwood took him to the limit. It was incredible. It was hard fought. CM Punk gets the win, as you would expect he did, with the Anaconda Vice. But we've seen Dax. For some reason, they let Dax do these single matches. Cash doesn't get nearly not many. It's usually Dax, but Dax, every time they give him this, he knocks it out of the park. And this was another great match. I was expecting Punk to maybe give a promo. We haven't heard him speak since the dog collar match. But regardless of that, it was a really good opener. CM Punk and
he didn't have to speak. He said volumes when he's like, "Look, you don't need to talk. You don't need to cut a 20-minute promo to tell us what you want. Just do this."
Yep.
He wants a discount at State Farm.
Yep. And that is 100%. I agree with Zach.
Yes.
FTR means a lot. They are arguably the best tag team in the world. They have been for a while, but Dax is incredible as a solo guy. Incredible.
Which I appreciate you stopping by, Zach, and hanging out. No, he's probably just hoping I don't drop another video of him singing.
And it was. I believe CM Punk sent out a tweet afterwards that said, "I love Brett more," or something along those lines. He tweeted at Dax Brett loves me more, or I love Brett more. Hilarious.
Yeah, can we get a Bret Hart on a pole match?
Yeah, really, for real.
Please.
We then had that 8-man tag that was just insanity. Tornado tag, by the way.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know was a tornado tag until you said it as they were walking to the ring. I was like, holy shit. Oh yeah.
Oh, we know.
Oh, we know.
For your singing debut on Quizplex tonight.
Correct.
9:30 tonight.
9:30, pushing it back.
He gave us an extra half hour of craziness. He's a dangerous man.
He is. He is.
That last half hour is just going to get loopy because we're used to being done by 9 on Quizplex night. But again, let's gift those subs. Gift those subs.
If we get 10 new subs.
10 subs.
By the end of this double feature. So by the end of Quizplex, if we have 10 new subs to hear on Love Wrestling, Zach will drop a special edition of Smark and Friends early, right after Quizplex. So the double feature would then turn into a triple feature. So you get 3 things.
And we'll do the Jeff Hardy if we get if we get half of that now.
I was doing the Jeff Hardy last night.
I know which is what we're talking about right now. In the chat, let us know how you felt about AEW last night as we talk about that. Was insane.
It was
everything up. Like Darby got thrown downstairs.
Thrown down the stairs. Jeff jumped off
a good 50 feet in the air. It's just like let me do this swanton bomb. I'm so happy to be free to do whatever I want.
Yeah,
like our friend of the show, Sean Ross Sapp, I was listening to their AEW review last night, and normally I don't like to steal credit for other people's, but I'm not. That's why I'm giving it to him. He made the perfect analogy. Like Jeff Hardy was like, first day in prison, I'm gonna show y'all who I am.
It's true. He's
like,
that's a good way.
He's like, look, yeah. I couldn't figure out a better analogy. He's like, he basically was like, yeah, look, Darby, yeah, you do this shit. No, I do this shit. This is me. And he went up to the top, and I thought it was perfect because it was still during the daylight. I thought the aesthetic looked really cool, and he just killed the Butcher and the Blade.
Incredible.
And himself, probably.
That match was all over the place. It was everywhere. It was awesome. That was an awesome match. We then got last night's Dynamite was very wrestling heavy, which was good.
Yes.
Which was good because they've been leaning into promos a lot more recently. So like it was good to have a really like wrestling heavy show because after that it went right into Moxley and Danielson versus the Varsity Blondes, which was a short match as you would expect, but it, brawling at the beginning, but then Danielson and Moxley took over and they basically really dominated the match and they won as you would expect. And then after the match, Moxley cut a promo, a very good promo. But he said he fought against the best of the best, but the only man's opinion that he's truly ever really cared about was William Regal. Moxley said Regal's respect wasn't easily earned, but through blood, sweat, and broken bones, he earned the Blackpool seal of approval. Moxley calls Danielson the perfect wrestler. And then
I just don't appreciate I don't appreciate Moxley stealing my promo that I send to Zach every day.
It's true.
No, that was a killer. That was killer too. I just looked because I was curious because every once in a while I like to check. They did over 1 million last night. So the wrestling heavy thing worked really well for them. I think they get.
Oh, the boss is here.
Did I do something wrong? Guys, ladies, gentlemen. We're in trouble.
As always, you guys are in huge trouble.
I didn't even do it.
That's the only reason. You're right. For the first time ever, it's JPJ, new setup.
New setup.
I know.
Looking handsome. Looking more handsome than usual, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Look at my new old setup.
Yeah, right. Not too bad.
I'm waiting on my where's my love? Wait, what?
Hi, Pluggo.
Oh.
It's about how it goes here at Love Wrestling.
I tried. You know what? Fine. Let's do this.
Good to see you, handsome gentlemen.
What's
How
up?
you doing?
We are good.
You know what? It's a good day. It's a real good day. We're quite literally in the midst. I'll give you the walk around here in a bit, but we're in the first ever official LPW ring setup. We're at the rec room. We're doing a lot of great things as far as testing the AV, all that sort of shit goes for the show tomorrow night. 24 hours. 24 hours and 22 minutes from now, we will be kickstarting LPW2 Don't Want to Grow Up. And let me tell you, boys, it's a heck of a time to be alive.
Yeah, man.
I got a question right off the bat. You said
Yes.
this is the first LPW wrestling ring. How does it feel to own your own wrestling ring?
Dude, honestly,
is it as cool as it sounds?
So cool. Yeah, I didn't think it would be as cool as it was until we started to get it set up the other night, until we started to get it set up here a couple of hours ago today. Man, things are rad. There's really no other way to put it. There's been a couple of points today where you sort of stop and stare and say holy shit, we're doing this again. I made the comparison to a couple of friends today. I think anybody can do anything cool once. I feel very privileged and very, very lucky that man, we get to do not only something cool again, but I get to do something cool again with so many people I love around me, so many great professional wrestlers, referees, video techs, producers. Oh, never mind. He kept himself.
We're about to get another cameo there with someone.
Run in, let him run in.
But he kept himself unfound, and that's all I'm going to say on that.
Wow.
Secrets. So we own a wrestling ring here at Love Pro Wrestling. I mean, we have free access to that. I'm going to be doing some moonsaults. I'm going to be Jeff Hardy.
I don't know. Your PayPal hasn't come through yet, which is weird.
Yeah.
Usually you're so on top of repaying the budget back.
Yeah. Pluggo, don't get us in trouble over here, will you? Don't get us in trouble.
It's been tight this month, boss. The JPJ setup is not cheap. You gotta make sure the big guys.
That's fair too. And you know what? The thing is not that it's worth it for the handsomeness, but it's certainly worth it for let's upgrade. If you're a 10 already, you can always make it to an 11, right?
That's true.
I would know. True. I'm like a solid 4.
But we've been promoting it on all our shows throughout the site, but I know here we've been promoting it every week for a while now. tomorrow night, love pro wrestling too.
Yeah, man.
I know you're going to talk through the card a little bit here. You're going to talk about all the things you're most excited for. But truly, what about the show? Whether it is a match, whether it is just having the show after the last, year or so and everything that's been going on in the world. What are you most excited about when it comes to 24 hours from now?
Dude, like it sounds so cliche, and like the best ways that I can put it are like everybody's heard at their job and anybody's heard it like their volunteer events or anything like that, but like the people surrounding me, man, like I'm so excited. We've got a great card. Like there's indisputably going to be a night of great professional wrestling inside of the ring tomorrow night at the Rec Room. The thing for me is like it is just as important in any of those, again, jobs, volunteer positions, whatever, to be surrounded by great people. And it's so cool. Like even over the last couple of hours, people have started trickling in for our test run and all that sort of stuff in a couple of hours. And like, there's a lot of people that I see every weekend and a lot of people that I love seeing every weekend, and I'm stoked to see them. And there's a lot of people I see once every couple of months, or people that I've, frankly, even for this show coming up, he hasn't arrived yet, but like Travis Williams and I have never met face to face.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. It's not me. It's not me.
He's a guy I've interacted with. Is it me?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Yeah, you got choppy there for a second, but you're back. You're back.
No, don't
You're
worry.
good.
It's all good.
Honestly, I saw like the black screen hit on Pluggo, and I was like, oh no, it's never JPJ. One of us.
Very rare.
But sorry.
It was. It's like once in a blue moon. JPJ will screw.
That's
things
why
up.
That's why I was like, hey, I need to get a new setup because that ain't
For
gonna
what
be
it's
me.
worth, like I'm running on public Wi-Fi right now. At least I've got an excuse, Pluggo.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
Hey, what?
Yeah,
Wait. What
Yeah.
makes you think I'm not running on public Wi-Fi too?
Pluggo's stealing that shit from his neighbors.
What makes you think
he is.
I ain't
You
over
know he
here
is.
with a cord running the neighbors?
Yeah, he's got the cord buried against the fence, like going to his neighbor. But,
Don't let this aesthetic fool you, bro. I'm broke.
No, but sorry. So to get back to it, like I'm incredibly lucky that we have so many great people on top of great people at what they do involved with LPW, whether it's refs, whether it's in-ring talent, whether it's hosts, whether it's, hosts myself excluded, whether it's video production, whether it's like the Rec Room themselves, the talent that we've got here helping us out, whether it's their production agents or the managers that have helped us out. Like we've worked our asses off, and anything great takes hard work. But I also think that like hard work is secondary to great people, 100%. So I'm so stoked about that, man. That's the best part, is like everybody coming through the door. Holy shit, it's great to see you. You know what I mean? And I think any environment you've got that sort of feeling in is a great one to be in.
100%. I can agree with that. I want to talk about the main event for tomorrow night.
Let's talk about the main event.
Look at that smile. Look at that Spenny smile when you said main event. He's cheesing.
You're gonna see it 7 times tonight at the very least, man.
Yeah.
And
all right.
more than that.
So
that's what I'm here for. Clip
the main
that.
event for tomorrow night is Michael Richard Blaze going 1-on-1 with the Golden Boy Travis Williams, who you just mentioned. You said you're meeting him for the first time in person when he shows up to get ready for the show tomorrow. For a lot of us here, and I know, me in the States, I haven't seen a ton. I've seen a few of Michael Richard Blaze matches, obviously, but I have never seen Travis Williams. So talk about a little bit about both these guys and tell me how excited you are and what you're expecting from the main event of this show tomorrow night.
To be honest with you, man, I think the coolest part of this for me, and there's going to be like some crossover between other matches, obviously, but the coolest part of this for me is there were so many similarities and so many differences. And that's very cliche to say, but like you look at a guy like MRB and that guy, and I'm on record, dude, that guy's, since I was 18 years old, and I stand by it today, that dude's been my favorite wrestler, one of my biggest mentors as far as professional wrestling goes, if not the biggest. And on top of all of that, like one of the top in-ring talent, that you're going to find. The work he's done for the Albertan professional wrestling scene, whether it's training, whether it's growing the scene itself, whether it's getting inside the ring for each and every promotion here, like the guy's quite literally second to none, in my opinion. And he's been doing it, I think now is 16 or 17 years that he's actively been training, working in Alberta. So when you look at the surface of things, like this guy is the guy, quote unquote, as far as it goes for the province. I think in a lot of ways you could say that about Travis Williams. But like that guy's so early into it, for lack of a better way to put it. He's 23 fucking years old. And that to me is absolutely insane when you've got someone this polished, this good, this great at promos, this athletic, this great.
Yeah.
There's really no other way to put it. That young, and maybe a guy who, again, in a lot of ways that you look at MRB as the standard here, certainly would be that standard if he had the 15, 20 years behind him. So I think there's a lot of similarities, both style-wise, both story-wise, but as far as the actual wrestlers themselves, it's two very different points in their career, right? Not that Travis Williams hasn't established himself as a top talent, but it's hard to establish yourself as the guy by 23, by 5 years into wrestling when you're looking at guys in BC like Artemis Spencer and Tony Baroni and Nicole Matthews, right? Like, that's just a little bit of a task, for lack of a better way to put it. He's freaking done it. And MRB's done it over nearly 2 decades. So to be quite honest with you, I think the easiest way I could put it is like, this is must watch. If you've got the opportunity to tune in tomorrow night, roughly around 9:30 p.m., I would guess, Mountain Time, you're going to see the best of the Canadian professional wrestling scene. Hands down, bar none, no doubt about it. These guys are two of the talents that when you talk about must sign, when you talk about guys that are must watch prospects, I'd put these guys at the front of any list, any country, anywhere.
Nice.
So
And
I'm excited.
Yeah, I would be too. I'm excited to watch it too.
Oh, we'll be in that chat hanging out.
Course.
You kind of stole my question there, Spencer, because you answered it. I was going to ask you, on this card so loaded with talent, who's that maybe up and comer that not everybody knows about, that we should be like, this match might steal the show? I mean, the matches are
honestly,
all great.
man,
I'm putting you on the spot.
No worries. You could realistically, though, look at any of those matches. And I think that, like, as an Albertan, I get a bit biased. But when you look at people like Zoe Sager and Ava Lawless, like, those are two people who are going to just show up and show the fuck out. When you look at someone like Son of Irish, I said it yesterday on a podcast, but, like, you talk about people like Nick Wayne down in the States, and rightfully so. When you talk about these top young prospects, Son of Irish at 17 years old is easily one of the top guys in Alberta, and certainly will be throughout Canada sooner rather than later. Mitch Clark and Rich King, I think that those are two guys who both are coming into it and themselves would say they've got something to prove, in the sense that they're two guys who have gone head to head, tagged with each other, against each other, singles, anything in between. But that was 2 or 3 years ago. When you're in the midst of a pandemic and you don't get the opportunity to get in the ring with each other, you're going to want to show up against your best friend or your bitter rival, whatever it may be, and show up, right? So even though maybe they're a little more established guys in Alberta itself, they're two guys coming out with something to prove, right? So you can really look at any match. Obviously, I talked about Golden Boy earlier. There's someone for sure, because it's his first time coming out to Edmonton. I think, frick, you could be the biggest star in WWE, but the first time you come out to a new area for the first time, you're going to have to put a little bit extra in, right? So I could find anyone through any of these matches. I'm a good sales guy, I think.
As I say, Mitch Clark was on this very show, and
He was,
and basically promised just violence.
Yeah,
like,
we asked
you
him.
at all worried? Because
Yeah.
he's wrestled our sponsor, Rich King of RK Athletics.
Yeah, I might have. Yeah,
Who books the show? Who had the pen on that one?
Say, and I was gonna say, like, Pluggo, it might be my first time where I could say, Pluggo, I didn't even give you a budget to blow this time if we lose a sponsor.
Oh no, that's hilarious.
Oh my goodness! I was looking at the card and I go, who did that? That's a problem. But Rich King got hold his own. He's a good people.
Oh, yeah.
Good people.
Well, you did mention Son of Irish, and he is fighting a very good friend of ours, Mr. Parrish, Mr. Chris Parrish. They're tag team partners, former tag team champions as well. What was the thought process of having them face each other during the show, as opposed to maybe having them in a tag match, since they are a tag team on the independent circuits up in Canada? Just for fun, to just see how it would go?
Well, and in the best possible way for me, my own selfish one. Like,
yeah.
I think, well, when you look at most tag teams, and let's just get real, whether you're looking at the independent level, whether you're looking at WWE, AEW, MLW, Impact, wherever it may be, there always comes the time where you say, well, man, it's going to be cool when those two wrestle each other.
Oh, yeah.
I've been saying that about Parrish and Irish for about the last 4 years, and whether they were a tag team or not, I think that they're two guys who have consciously tied themselves closely together. Like Irish sent out a post the other day where he was quite literally refereeing Parrish's match. That's insane. I think it's very, very cool that you got two people who are closely tied personally, professionally, now, then, forever. Fuck it, I'll steal the phrase. So personally for me, when you get to this point, it is my own selfish want for like, man, it'd be really cool to see these guys wrestle each other. And then not to tear too much back, but like, I know they're two guys who eventually, and certainly have before, but two guys who want to wrestle each other and go out there and prove themselves right now. Again, sort of with the same way I talk about Rich and Mitch. They want to prove themselves to each other. And I think that there's nothing better. You look at blood rivalries, you look at all that sort of stuff in professional wrestling, and hell yeah, that makes for a great feud. But there's also something to be said about two people going out there and proving themselves to each other, proving to their tag team partner, their family, their friends, whatever it may be, that hell yeah, I can do this. And I think that that's the mentality that the Son of Irish is coming into this with. So, honestly, man, my own selfish desire, you're not going to get it anywhere else. Quite literally, you're not going to get a match like this anywhere else right now, whether you're going to any promotion in Alberta or Timbuktu, right? So I'm super excited for this one. I know that these guys are going into it, obviously, with the utmost respect for each other. And I think that that's almost, again, when I talk about blood feuds earlier, you almost go in a little harder when you've got that same respect for each other. You know what I mean? You want to prove yourself. You want to show your best. It's not about beat the shit out of the other guy. It's let's showcase the best of what Son of Irish and Chris Parrish can do. So,
I mean, that's what we do here. We it's all out of respect, but we're the best of the best. No, it's a cool. And then I want to talk. We're the best. It's our show. Let us run it, boss. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I want to talk about Taryn from Accounting and the Love Wrestling Championship. That promo was amazing. I'm excited for that. I hope she keeps it with her.
But see, and the thing is, I said this on a show the other day. Actually, I'll put them over. Fuck the Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast. Excellent individuals out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. The coolest part about this match for me is that I would be so proud of either Taryn from Accounting or Stephen Crow walking out of this match as champ. I think that any professional wrestling promotion has to try and take pride in whoever their champion may be. And I know that's a weird way to put it, but like there have been some pretty dastardly circumstances in professional wrestling where somebody's become a champion. So never say never. But I would be so damn proud of either Stephen Crow or Taryn from Accounting. I think TFA is shit. She's just the best, man. There's no other way to put it. You talk about people. Yeah. You talk about professional wrestlers and great people involved in a promotion, and she's just the personification, the epitome, the whatever buzzword you want to put on it of that. Stephen Crow, I think that when you look at a professional wrestling perspective for it, that guy has done the smartest possible business you can. If you look back at the Change the Game Battle Royal that we held, the Pinnacle Rumble, he quite literally saved Taryn from Accounting from being eliminated, and ergo, if you're going after a challenge championship, well, she wouldn't be champion without you. Why would you not be the first to step up? Why would you not be the one to say, despite you being my best friend, this almost takes sort of the alternate angle to Parrish of it. I want to come out there and I want to take your championship from you because it signifies that you're the best of the best. So good on him. How can you ever begrudge someone for something like that? I thought the promo was excellent 110% because you know what? You're not going to do something like that without saying, I'm coming to play. So good on him. And again, I can't say enough good about Taryn from Accounting. You talk about great pro wrestlers, great people who represent a championship with pride, people you were proud to say, that's our gal, that's our guy. Like, chef's kiss, man. She's the shit.
Yeah. I know we are big fans of her here. I would eventually like to get her on this show. That'd be cool as hell. So
absolutely,
clearly we need the budgeting and advice.
If the budget allows, I will say if the budget allows,
help you with your budget issues, it's fucking Taryn from
That's
Accounting.
what I'm saying. That would be a solid investment. We haven't referenced her in a while. Yeah, we haven't referenced her in a while, but we had to let poor Alice go because the books were not showing up right. You got to do what you got to do. So we actually need some financial assistance. So not only would it be dope to interview the Love Wrestling champion, it would also be like, hey, do you think you could help us out on this?
So she's technically
financial end.
Yeah.
She's the top champion in Love Pro Wrestling, right?
Yeah. And speaking of, we do have Cody in the chat. Obviously, Spencer, you were on Friend and Foe with him for a more longer version talk.
Handsome.
So go check that out. That aired yesterday. So you can go find that if you want a longer version interview with Spencer talking about the event tomorrow.
Let me put that comment back up on the screen while the boss is on air. I'm going to address that. You're welcome, Cody. We had to walk so you could run.
Yeah.
Between two beers had to walk so you could run. We couldn't keep eating all the budget all the time.
It's true.
Gentlemen, I'm going to be back in about 30 seconds if that's okay.
That's all right. Do your thing.
I'm going to just lay into Cody a little bit while you're gone.
Lay into Cody.
Basically, Cody, we had to. And then I was told last week by Sue we're not allowed to spend the Between Two Beards budget. So I gave it to Friend and Foe. I gave it to Power Out. We are not so selfish that we take all the budget. But again, we had to walk so the rest of you could run.
It's fair. Somebody has to lay on the
flagship
sword.
Life.
Somebody has to lay on the sword.
Somebody had to be the martyr. What do you want?
That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. But
dude, self-sustaining smart friends.
Zach.
Yeah, Zach's really good.
Zach knows his stuff.
We're not knocking anybody else's hustle. You self-sustain. Cody sits patiently and waits for the budget to come. We just took. Everybody has their own way. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
But you know what's coming up at 9:30? Quizplex with our buddy Smark Mouth, a.k.a. Zach, a.k.a. Zark, a.k.a. the Dancing Machine, Dance God. That's going to be awesome.
That's a good one. I like that one.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, Quizplex is always awesome. Always. 9:30 tonight.
Should we, I've never had a guest leave and say that we're going to come back. Should we go ahead and roll with the return of Josh Unhinged?
Yeah, let's do that now. While we wait for Spencer to join us back, he's there welcoming people, doing the wrestling ring and stuff like that.
Eight more to go.
Wait, no, that's not good math, bro.
No, we had 2. We had another sub down. He posted that earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So we had 8 or 9.
I don't know. We need 8 or 9 subs. So do the subs.
If we get 3 subs right now, I'll do a shot of hot sauce.
Oh, dang.
3 right now.
Yo, if you're in this chat, we have one total. We have 1 total. So we need 9 more.
You give us 3?
Quizplex, not by the end of us, but by the end of Quizplex. We get 10 total.
I haven't even opened it yet, so you know it's legit.
We have sealed hot sauce. Steiner math.
He's back though, so maybe we'll.
I'm not sorry. No, sorry guys. Show's canceled. It was just like an unbelievably cataclysmic issue.
Wait, our show or your show? You gotta clarify.
Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, your show would have been a funnier joke, but I've got to commit to the bit now. Sorry guys.
I'm almost positive Pluggo wouldn't have taken it as a joke. He'd have been like, "I knew this was coming.
I've since day one." I said every week I was like,
it's your 1-year anniversary with Love Wrestling next week. I can't cancel you the week before. I have to cancel you the week of. We got
Pluggo's 1 year coming up next week, Mania week, and then this is episode 45. We're less than 10 episodes away from our 1 year anniversary here on Love Wrestling, the Between Two Beards anniversary. Might be, yeah. Maybe Spencer will can it the week after episode 51. Spencer will be like, guys, thank you for your duty. We'll see you.
I tried
benefits kick in at week 52. Sorry.
We wish you the best in your future endeavors. And I'll be like, all right.
You're lucky we let you on without a beard.
It's true.
That's true. No, that's fair. I
You
can't
are
really argue
between 2 beards right now, but it would be nice if you could grow some facial hair. No. But who else you want to talk about on that card? That card is loaded. Alicia Toots there, the Foros twins. I love those guys.
Alicia Toots literally like right there right now.
Tell her
she's been on the show.
She's been owes me an explanation. Tell her to come over. She owes us an explanation.
She doesn't owe you an explanation at all. No explanation needed whatsoever.
She lied to us.
She said there was nothing with Holiday. She won't be able to hear you or talk. It's all.
It's okay. It's okay.
Are you guys stirring up some stuff?
No.
We were just saying hi.
We would never.
How's it going?
We just wanted to say hi.
Just been saying hi.
We just want to say hi.
We get threatened by everyone.
Literally.
Don't get me in shit with my boss.
No.
Hey, gang
no.
warfare, baby. You're
No.
in now. No.
No.
We love Alicia. It was awesome. She popped in. We can now say that.
We actually had a pretty perilous yet wonderful time at West Edmonton Mall today. I almost
Nice.
got killed in a mirror maze, but that's okay.
There was a mirror
Oh,
maze.
I'm here to. There's a
in the
mirror
mall?
maze. Well, and the biggest thing is like I didn't know there was a mirror maze in the mall.
Yeah.
Try and say that sentence 3 times fast.
Mirror
I
maze
didn't know there was a mirror maze in the mall.
Yeah.
Mirror
amazing.
maze.
That
Mirror
happened.
maze.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, I did have-
Diabetes, you're so sweet, Pluggo.
I did want to talk about because you had mentioned Ava Lawless, Zoe Zager, a few of them. I wanted, and we obviously talked about Taryn from accounting at length a little bit, but I wanted to talk about the female talent on the show tomorrow, just in general. Obviously, we went into a little deeper detail when it came from Taryn, but if you want to talk on the other ladies that'll be on the show tomorrow, we know Ashford, who's in our chat, part of Love Wrestling. She interviewed a few of them this past week that you can go check out on Ashford Asks. So go check that out too.
Yeah.
But yeah, why don't you speak about some of the female talent on the show tomorrow and what to expect from the ladies that are on the card tomorrow?
Dude, some of the best of the best. Like again, it's pretty cool for me that like over my 5 years or 4 years or whatever it is at this point in quote unquote like wrestling media or whatever you want to call it, like I stand by the fact that like Canadian wrestling, Canadian women's wrestling, there's nothing better. Like this country, and like even look at this show specifically, like selfishly, man. You look at individuals like Casey Spinelli and Nicole Matthews. They ain't just the standard in Canadians wrestling. They ain't just the standard in women's wrestling. They're the fucking standard as far as I'm concerned. You look at those two women and what they've accomplished throughout their careers and where they've gone and what they've done. Spinelli's on TV in Paraguay. Or Matthews is in the Mae Young Classic. Like you've got all these incredible women, and those two are at the forefront of it. In my personal, humble, but I think pretty correct opinion.
Yeah.
And then you look like we talked about Taryn. I am happy to keep talking about how great she is. I think you look at people that not only like are great with being a great personality, but man, she gets it done inside the ring. There's nobody carrying a championship for Love Wrestling that can.
Yeah.
Zoe Sager, by my money, man, like she should have been signed yesterday, 2 years ago, whatever it might be. She's not only one of the most talented wrestlers out there, but one of the best people you'll meet. Like you talk about individuals that are an asset to your locker room, your asset to your promotion, your asset to your in-ring, whatever, like check, and whatever the theoretical fourth is, like check, man. She's an incredible human, an incredible wrestler, and the exact same can be said about Ava Lawless. I think for me, those two are really great examples of what makes the Canadian women's scene fantastic. Like all excellent wrestlers, all excellent people, but like I even know you two who have watched a couple and tuned in interviews and that sort of stuff. Like, you know, you look at Zoe and you look at Ava, and they're wildly different professional wrestlers, right? It's not like you're looking at, for lack of a better way to put it, you're not looking at a cookie cutter wrestling scene. You're not looking at, oh, this is the same match, same person. An Ava Lawless and a Nicole Matthews and a TFA and a Zoe Sager are such wildly different pro wrestlers and all excellent pro wrestlers. And I am so damn proud, to be quite honest with you, that each and every one of those human beings, those wrestlers, those people, took a chance on me once, took a chance on me again on being a part of LPW2, because man, like this card would simply not be the same without those five involved. It simply wouldn't.
Absolutely. And before we get you out of here, obviously you're at the rec room now. You're doing all the
getting wrecked at the rec room.
Getting wrecked at the rec room, setting up for less than 24
Not
hours.
quite. I knew I had an interview tonight, so it'll be getting
so he's like, he's a
so
professional.
after.
What did you? I was gonna
exactly.
say,
Once we let him go, he's gonna be like, "Let's rage."
I appreciate that you kept it professional for us.
Obviously, we ran through a few of the matches on the card, but let everyone know the card. Let them know where they can watch. Let them know what they can do so they can partake in the chat with Pluggo, myself, and all other Love Wrestling people will go in there. Let the people know the details about Love Pro Wrestling 2. Don't want to grow up?
I would love to, my friend, and I'll do it in a minute or less. 7:0. Well, we'll count it at 7:06. Friends, tomorrow night at the Rec Room South Common in Edmonton, Alberta, Love Pro Wrestling returns for LPW2. Don't want to grow up. It is the second event, of course, from Love Professional Wrestling, bringing you the best of the Canadian wrestling scene. We've got some of the top talents from above the 49th parallel in YEG. We've got Taryn from Accounting defending the Love Wrestling Challenge Championship against Stephen Crow. Tag team partners face off in Chris Parrish and Son of Irish, Rich King and Mitch Clark, two old friends going at it for the first time in a couple of years, one-on-one. We've got the women's tag match that you guys just mentioned, Nicole Matthews and Casey Spinelli teaming for the first time in over a decade, taking on Zoe Sager and Ava Lawless. We've got a hell of a triple threat, the first triple threat match in Love Pro Wrestling history. Jack Pride, Mo Jabari, and we're really hoping Lumberjack Larry Woods shows up for this. It'd be really nice to just find him, to be quite honest with you. So if you guys are out there, please use the hashtag Plaid for Larry. Use the hashtag Find Larry. We're very excited to see him, hopefully here tomorrow night at LPW2 Don't Want to Grow Up. We've got a ton of other great matches, including our main event. Michael Richard Blaze taking on Golden Boy Travis Williams for the first time ever. Champions galore are appearing on this show. I'm so stoked. I am so stoked to have great people here. Commentary will be provided by Big Bad Boris, Thaddeus Archer III, and of course Warren Diesel Barris. But where can we hear this commentary, Spencer? Well, you guys are in luck if you're tuned in on Twitch. I know you are. That's the only place you can tune in the Love Pro Wrestling live content. You can find it right here at twitch.tv/Love Wrestling CA. You'll get the Audible chocolate. You'll get two of the best damn professional wrestling hosts you're going to find in Canada in the damn plan, in Alicia Toot and yours truly. You're going to get 7 great matches. You're going to get a hell of an evening of professional wrestling in YEG and around the planet. Tune in, turn in, drop out. See you soon.
Excellent.
Pros pro.
That's a pro right there. That is a pro.
Any chance we're going to see you get in that ring and mix it up?
Actually, I've got a scheduled match here against
Who's that?
that guy right there. That is Gavin Fitzpatrick. That is the most talented individual you will ever find, whether it's coming to video production, ring building, Stu Hart impressions, or anything.
Oh,
in
Stu
between.
Hart.
Oh, hey, there you go. Why did we ask him on? What are you doing here?
But quite genuinely, guys, I couldn't be more excited for tomorrow night. But I was really looking forward to tonight, too. It's always nice to hop on and shoot the shit with you guys, whether, again, personally or professionally. I always appreciate seeing you. I don't always appreciate what I see on the bottom line after your shows. But you know what? The other 6 days of the week make it worth it.
Listen, in our defense, we knew we had a big.
Yeah, Goose, come say hi.
Oh, we got the Goose there.
The Goose, let's go, baby. Honk, honk, baby. Honk, honk, dude. Let's go.
Honk, honk. Let's get it.
Hell yeah. As soon
Gosh,
as we
I guess our
we heard
plane tickets
budget-
got lost in the mail.
Well, we spent the budget, Pluggo. Can't fly somewhere if we have no money.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, all right. You go have fun, Spencer. Thanks for hopping on.
JPJ, Pluggo, always a pleasure.
Pluggo. Yeah, Pluggo.
Damn it.
Take it easy, guys.
Sue and I got beef.
Oh, my God.
That was, I guess, our boss. Oh, he's still on screen.
That was. No, good time. It's always good.
Always awesome of Spencer to stop by, hang out with us. He finally left, so we can say what we want now.
What a pain in the butt that
we
all love Spencer.
What a handsome jerk. Like, he's so pretty, but he's too pretty.
Well,
he's too handsome.
Here's what we're gonna do, Cody. I do want to talk some regular. I want to talk some sports.
Remember, we only have 20 minutes left.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to dive into any deep wrestling thing, but I want to talk about, last time since we were here, there's a couple big trades in the NFL. A couple things happened. I want to talk about Sue would beat Pluggo.
That's fact. Like,
100%.
I'm not arguing that. I just
would beat Pluggo.
basically it was so she started it, then the whole Love Wrestling crew jumped on it, and then I was in another Twitch channel, and I had made a comment, and the Twitch guy was like, Pluggo, thanks a lot. And I was like, son of a bitch. I've been rebranded. Damn it.
For anyone that's we're going to take a break right now. We are going to play. We mentioned Josh Robinson. He is back for the first time in a little bit. He is back with another version of Unhinged. So we're going to play that now. And then when we come back, I do want to talk about a little bit of football. I want to talk some football. And then maybe some baseball. I know Cody mentioned the Ohtani rule. We can address some stuff. But let's talk some professional sports ball for the last 15 minutes or so of the show. And then we'll kick it over to
And get them
Zach.
subs. Give them
Yeah,
subs.
we need to get some more subs in here. If you're in here, give some subs, get some subs. If we get to 10 subs by the end of Quizplex, we get a bonus edition here tonight on Love Wrestling of Smark and Friends. Always a
Hell,
fantastic, entertaining show.
you get
Do
us
it.
you get us 2 subs. I'll send a video of Zach singing Baby Shark or something.
Wow. There we go. There we go. All right. Josh Robinson, Unhinged. Here we go.
It's
Kick it
back,
out.
baby.
Oh my god, apologies for the absence. But it's back. It's time to get unhinged. If you haven't watched Unhinged before, it's the little segment here on Between Two Beards by me, Josh Robinson. I don't have much of a beard going on. It's a little, you know, it's just a little casual thing. Got more of a dirty little mo for a dirty little boy. We're just going to brush past that. You know what I want to get unhinged about? I've seen comments before about someone not being able to cut promos. I've seen these people just kind of ridicule this lady for not being able to cut promos. They're talking about Becky Lynch not being able to cut promos. And I'm like, what? I don't understand this. Is this a thing? I hope I'm not in the minority by thinking Becky's an amazing promo. But did you see that promo on Raw this week? She's selling her and Belair match at WrestleMania as one of the main events of WrestleMania and doing a damn fine job. This story has been pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and I like it. So I guess the question here on Unhinged from me to you, JPJ and Pluggo and the chat is, are you excited for Bianca and Becky at WrestleMania? Do you think it's a main event of WrestleMania? Are you sold on that? Are you sold on Becky Lynch as a promo? Because I am. I'm a big Becky Lynch guy. Alright, well, from one, I'm not going to say what I am again, because that was weird, but from this little Josh boy, goodbye.
And there it was, Josh
He's
Robinson,
back
Unhinged.
with this little mo.
Right? To answer his question, though,
Becky's awesome at promos.
Becky's
What
awesome.
the
Yeah,
hell?
she was like, I don't know what he like. I
What
know
shit
there
are
are
you
some people
hanging
that
in,
feel that
Josh?
way, but yeah, dude, no, she rules.
Yeah,
She
and I'm.
rules.
This
And
is
that promo
probably
on Raw was awesome. It was
this
awesome.
in this match. Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch has a lot of juice behind it. Like, it's gonna be a good one.
Absolutely,
It's
it's gonna be a good one. 100%.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You are welcome, Ecstasy of Gold 92. See, I'm even throwing subs out there because I really want to watch Smark and Friends.
I mean, yeah, who wouldn't? Oh,
Like,
we got Darren Mays and Papa. You know they're ready for yeah, they're ready to take you
he's
down.
ready to
They're
he's ready to
take you
try to be the champion of the
Yeah, they're
Quizplex
ready to
viewers chat.
take
I
you
don't know
down.
about that, my friend. I don't know about that.
Oh,
One
my God.
time.
right.
Anyway.
I want to talk about some football. I want to talk about some football.
Did you see that the Mile High Stadium was on
It was
fire?
on fire today.
Like legit, like not like
Fire,
a small,
like legitimate fire.
like not a small one.
No,
You
it
get
was
Russell
not.
Wilson and boom.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Oh boy, don't get that started here. Come on, don't attack.
But yeah, football is wild right now.
Well, yeah, and in the last, since we were on last week, your Cleveland Browns made quite the splash last weekend. Regardless of how you personally feel about it,
yeah,
because there's a whole moral factor to it as well. But the Cleveland Browns made a splash. They traded a lot to the Houston Texans, like a lot.
and paid a lot.
And
too.
paid a lot, all guaranteed, the first fully guaranteed contract in NFL history for Deshaun Watson. 26 years old, franchise quarterback, you would assume of what? What happened?
Oh, 4 subs. I think we got 4 subs.
Let's go.
Alex in the
Let's go.
chat said we got 4. We need one more on this show. One more. And I gave one. So can we get 2 more? And I gave one.
Yeah, let's get to
2
5
more.
subs.
Let's get to 6.
Let's get to 5. Yeah, let's get to 5 or 6 subs so we hit the halfway point before we get out of here in about 10, 15 minutes. And then
Because
let them entertain
Deshaun
you on
Watson
Twitch
is a
like they always
Brown.
do. Let's do it.
Nobody
Deshaun
wants
Watson.
Baker Mayfield.
Well, no, here's the thing.
All right, I'm ready.
Before we dive into the Deshaun Watson thing, because there was a monster trade in the NFL yesterday that we have to talk about too.
Yeah.
And that affects me and my New England Patriots. So we need to talk about that for a second.
You're screwed.
But yeah. First of all, you being a Browns fan, how are we feeling? Because I feel like this, if we're just talking about the talent of the player, this is the best quarterback that you maybe have already ever had in franchise history.
Yeah.
You can make an argument
I
that
mean,
it might be the
yes.
most talented quarterback. He hasn't even played a down for you yet, but he might be the most talented quarterback in the history of your franchise already. But
Oh, yeah. And did we forget, if you subscribe, you get those sexy emotes right there, our faces on them. You get to have those.
and those
for
are some
everything.
pretty badass emotes.
And you can put them all
ours
over
are pretty
Twitch.
dope.
Ours
Ours
are
are pretty dope.
But yes, as a Cleveland Brown supporter, it is like he's the most dynamic and probably most accomplished quarterback we have ever had.
Yep.
But it is very tough to look past all the negative, and he's still not out of the woods yet.
Well, he is from a criminal standpoint. He is out of the woods from a criminal standpoint. They said they're not, so it would only be civil, which means that he would be losing money. It's not. He's not going to go to jail. He's not going to get
Then
prosecuted.
you couple that, you got Kareem Hunt. It's like, what are we doing? Like, this is why I left Cincinnati.
Well, now Cincinnati turned it around.
I
And
know.
now they're in the Super Bowl. Oh, they were in the Super Bowl last year.
Pluggo is thinking about putting names in a hat, drawing a name for a hat for this year, and going with a new team. But if you look at it from strictly a football standpoint, if we're just talking football, it makes the Browns offense that much better.
You got Amari Cooper too.
Amari Cooper's there. If
Cooper.
Landry comes back and you put him in the slot, it takes a lot of pressure knowing that you have a guy of Watson's caliber that can can scramble out, can throw the ball deep. Baker Mayfield, for all of his positives, has a lot more negative.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just not as gifted as Deshaun. It's just simple as that.
Yep.
I think they all handled it pretty rough. Like, he's now kind of sitting out there homeless because the Deshaun domino fell, and then all of a sudden you see the other dominoes fell. Russell was the first. Russell Wilson, then Deshaun fell, and then we saw Matt Ryan go to Indianapolis Colts, and this carousel is going and going and going, and Baker's just got nowhere to go right now outside of maybe Seattle.
Seattle's a possibility. I think Atlanta wants to tank, so I don't think they would take him.
That's why you signed Mariota. No offense to Mariota, but he ain't the Mariota.
You could go to Houston maybe, but I think they like Davis Mills. I think they want to try out. I think they want to try with Davis Mills. I think they like what they saw out of him this year.
Yeah, why not give it a shot?
And the thing that's with the Browns is like everybody now in the league knows that they have to trade Baker Mayfield. So you're not going to get what you would normally get for, like, if you would have traded Baker Mayfield last year, you would have gotten, probably because he's a starting quarterback who made the playoffs the year before, you would have gotten a decent haul. Now you gave up.
Yeah, well, they screwed up by putting themselves in the Deshaun sweepstakes. Then Deshaun said, "I'm not coming to Cleveland." So I don't even know what changed in his mind. So Baker, when he found out that Deshaun, he got all butthurt and was like, "I want out." And they were like, "No." And then Deshaun said he was out. So now they're in this weird limbo where they got Baker. Then the next day, Deshaun's like, "No, I'll go to Cleveland." And
Cody says, "What about Pittsburgh for Baker?" First of all, fuck Pittsburgh. And second of all,
they got Mitchell Trubisky,
they got Mitch, who I don't think Mitch is that bad. I don't think
they like Mitch. I mean, let's be honest.
I think he's that bad. I don't think he's anything great, but I don't think he's as bad as he was. Chicago, listen.
He peaked in Chicago, and that coach was trash.
But here's the thing with Chicago. At what point do we stop blaming the quarterbacks that go to Chicago and start blaming, like, why can't Chicago have good quarterbacks? Why is it always the players? I'm a Patriots fan, so But appreciate you being here,
Ravens, man. What happened? I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Ravens.
I do agree with the Ravens fan here. Fuck Pittsburgh. As a Patriots fan,
Swear jar, bro.
yeah, I don't
Swear
care.
jar.
Spencer swore a few times. He's the boss.
That's
If he can
true.
swear, I can swear.
That's right.
I don't
Flagships
care.
up type shit.
I don't care.
But yes,
I agree with the
the
Ravens
Bears,
fan.
that Bears run, they had a really good defense. That helped
Correct.
a lot.
Yes.
They had shit on offense.
Correct.
Fight me. I don't care what
No.
you say. That offense, Mitch did his job, but I think he's got a few more weapons in Pittsburgh with the Claypool.
Yeah.
Najee Harris is really good.
Oh,
and it's
really.
just and let's be honest. For
No,
whether
Jay
you
Cutler.
love Pittsburgh or not, they're a
We
very
don't love
well,
Pittsburgh here.
but they're a very well ran organization.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're
And if
always
they
always
can make
competitive.
something. Yes,
Yeah, they got
they'll
a good
make
coach.
something out of Mitch.
Well, they have an overrated coach, but he's competent.
It's kind of like when players go to New England and they say, "Oh, he'll be fine because he's under the Belichick tree." Just being under the Pittsburgh Steeler umbrella, I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt more than I'd say Miami.
Yeah, all right, that's
You
fine.
know what I mean?
Well, speaking of Miami,
Yeah.
Miami's going for it. Can I tell you what I think? Can I give you my opinion?
I mean, have you
of
ever
what's
not
going-
told
No.
me what you
All
think?
right, all right. And I know Cody's in the chat, and we got Ecstasy of Gold, seems to be a football fan. I'm from the Northeast. I'm a New England Patriot fan. That's right. Hate me. Oh, well, we were the best for 20 years. You guys don't suck it. All right. So anyway, that's fine. I don't care. I'm glad you're here. I like football banter, but guess what?
We're
We were the
trying
best
to get
forever.
the
It
viewers
is what
up.
it
You're
is.
telling them all
Hate
to
me.
suck it.
No,
Love it.
that's fine. No, because I don't want to hear you cheaters. Oh, you cheaters, Patriots. Shut up. We were good for 20 years. We won 6 times. Bleh, be jealous. So it's fine. So Miami, they make this move. They give away 2 first-round picks, a second, a third. They give away a shit ton of things to get Tyreek Hill. Again, very talented wide receiver, but like Deshaun Watson, not, at least what we know, doesn't seem like a great individual. Correct? But Tyreek Hill's very good, obviously. They trade to Kansas City to get Tyreek Hill. What I think is going to happen, and hear me out, they fired Brian Flores. They got this new guy that nobody's ever heard of. There were rumors before Tom, so Brady retired, and then before Brady came back to go to Tampa, there were rumors that the Miami Dolphins were trying to get a package deal of Tom Brady and Sean Payton, the former coach of the New Orleans Saints, in Miami. You make this big deal right now for Tyreek Hill. So now you have Tyreek Hill, Devontae Parker, who's the kid from Bama that they Waddle.
Yeah,
You have Mike
Waddle.
Gesicki, who's a good tight end. They just re-signed him. You got a pretty deep run. They just signed a running back that I'm drawing a blank on, but they just signed a running back. You have your offense is looking good there. I think next year, Tom Brady and Sean, I think that's what they're doing this for. I don't think they're doing it for this year because I don't think they believe in Tua. I just don't think they believe in
Did
Tua.
you just say for Tom Brady?
Yeah. I
You
think
think he's going to Miami?
I think next year. I think this was a play to get Sean Payton and Tom Brady to go to Miami at the start of next year and have Tyreek Hill and have Brady there for another year. Because there were rumors already that Brady and Sean Payton had talked and that Miami was trying to get a package of them there.
Yeah.
So Brady had to come. Brady didn't want to retire, and he tried to leave the Bucks, and the Bucks were like, "You're under contract for 1 more year, buddy. So if you're coming back, you're playing for us.
He's playing for
Tough
us.
shit.
Tough
You're playing
shit.
for us." And so Brady was like, "All right, I'll come back. Cool." But to me, it feels like because that was out of nowhere. I woke up yesterday and it was like, "Oh, Tyreek Hill might get traded to the Jets or Dolphins. Like they're in talks." And I'm like, "What the hell? When did Tyreek Hill become available?"
Especially
he's
since
so important to what Kansas City does.
The AFC West just got massively better.
The AFC West loaded up on every team. Why would you get rid of your most important weapon?
And if you take Patrick Mahomes out of the equation, Tyreek Hill is the most dynamic player in that division.
Easily. Easily.
And he's gone.
Let me preface this.
And he's still under contract.
Oh, yeah. No, they signed him to the Dolphins signed him.
No, but I'm saying like he still had a year left.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't a free agent or anything like that.
Yeah.
The Dolphins signed him they gave him quarterback money. They gave him $30 million a year. What? for a receiver.
So listen, if we're sitting here in a year from now and we haven't been fired, I will eat crow and say, I just don't see Tom Brady in Miami. But hey, crazier things have happened.
Saying, look, it might not happen. I'm just saying, I think keep that in the back of your minds. Just keep that in the back of your
I'm going to
minds.
keep this. Mrs. Pluggo's mad at me that I gifted out. I said, I don't even know how to just give it to a certain person. I just gift it out randomly. So somebody, if they know how to do it, gift my wife a sub. So I don't have to sleep on the couch.
I see Mike the ref's comment where he says Pats, Jets, and Fish all desperately trying to get better. Bills Mafia.
I mean, this
Listen,
is the
the Bills
time
have been
to
up
do
top
it.
for like 2.5 years.
And
Let's
the Bills,
relax.
Bills gave Von Miller a sack of money.
Yeah, and he's old.
I mean,
here's my thing.
They outshot the market
better.
by like
every team is
50
getting
mil.
better. Every team is getting better, and the Patriots are not. So as a Patriots fan, like I'm not just sitting back going like, yeah, we're going to be fine. Like I think we're not going to be good this year, and then I think that we're going to hopefully try to figure it out. But
got it. Plug.
But anyway, that was quick football talk. We got 4 minutes left. We got some stuff to plug.
So drop some questions, some comments, while we're finishing out.
And then we're going to pass it on to Quizplex. So first and foremost, we mentioned Rich King. He'll be on the show tomorrow night, the Love Pro Wrestling Show. Let's talk about RK Athletics. You can find them on the social medias at RK Athletics 1. Personal training, virtually, in person, or, just with help or assistance or anything like that. That's what they're there for, and they're great. Rich King is a good dude. He's a great wrestler, great person. He's been with us since the beginning here. He's been they were our first sponsor. So again, you're trying to get in better shape, get, some eating advice, some nutrition advice, anything you need to kind of get better in shape, get bigger, stronger, leaner, lose some weight, whatever you want to do. RK Athletics 1.
Absolutely. Before we talk about our next sponsor, this just in. Arkansas just
literally 2 minutes.
I know Arkansas just upset Gonzaga. We're gonna post after tonight's games. I'll post the standings where everybody's at our bracket pool, but that shit's busted.
Wow.
Just like Not Your Balls.
No.
If you go to go to manscaped.com. What are we doing? Click that promo code 20. I can't do it today. 20% off.
Yeah. The promo code Love Wrestling, 20% off. Free shipping worldwide, anywhere you live, worldwide, with the promo code Love Wrestling. Manscaped.com, 20% off, free shipping, promo code Love
And just so you know, it's not just balls. It's not just, they've got shower gels, they've got deodorants. So if you're already a well-trimmed, well-groomed individual, but you like to smell good, get their stuff. But again, we like to say it here on Between Two Beards. You don't want you down there looking like up here. Get that stuff cleaned up. Lawnmower 4.0, ball toner, ball wipes, manscaped.com. Take care of your member. Use 20% off the promo code. Free shipping worldwide, wide.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you're sticking on here. We're going to be transitioning right to Quizplex in less than 90 seconds. So hang on here. Tomorrow night, same time. Love Pro Wrestling 2. Don't want to grow up. Spencer was on. You listened to the card. Going to be a fantastic show with fantastic people. Be here tomorrow. Pluggo and I will be in the chat. Give us a subscribe so you can be in the chat with us. But you can watch it for free on this very, very channel.
But hit that sub button so you can chat with us.
Let's do it. And get to them 10 subs before the end of Quizplex so we can see a special edition of Smark and Friends. It's a good show. Let's do it. Do it. We're almost halfway there.
Do it now.
Pluggo. You can follow him at Pluggo_. You can see me right here at Joseph_Poulin Jr. You'll be seeing us very soon. Check our social medias. We'll have some stuff coming up. I think we're going to have a April Madness pool coming up because that's how we do things. We always do things differently than everyone else. But until next week, peace out.